Welcome back to the Curated Nest podcast. Living a few hundred miles from a loved one battling cancer, you can feel pretty guilty and useless. This episode is my way of raising awareness and funds for Prostate Cancer UK and hopefully helping people experiencing it, either firsthand or on the periphery, by sharing Richard's story. The story does end well, but there may be parts of the chat that people find triggering as we discuss his cancer treatment. The Curated Nest is very happy to participate in this 4th edition of Podcasthon. For 1 week, thousands of podcasts will highlight a charity of their choice, and today I have the pleasure of supporting Prostate Cancer UK. This episode is a personal one as I welcome along a man who has played a big role in my life. He's been in my life for around 25 years and has inspired and motivated me and occasionally told me off. He's picked daffodils for a class project at 10 p.m. at night, run a farm for his whole adult life and created a YouTube channel for his passion project, Military Mad, sharing his extensive collection of militaria with the online world. This week, I welcome my stepdad, Richard, as we talk about home in the context of challenges battling prostate cancer and the highs and lows that come with that. Welcome.
Welcome. Hello there.
You all right?
Just a minute.
Is the dog about?
Dog about wants me to throw the strings up. Go on, go away. She'll be back. Right, go on.
All right. People like dogs, don't they?
Fire away. Oh, she's here again.
She'll probably get more comments than you.
I know, yeah. All right. The dog's name's Mabel. We can hear her growl. It's because I won't throw the... Go away. Go on.
It's all right.
It'll be a long Zoom meeting. Let's go on.
Oh, it's fine. She just wants all the attention, doesn't she? She just doesn't like being ignored.
She's given up. She's gone off.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Obviously, I know you quite well, but for the people listening. Well,
I've been a vegetable farmer all my life. I left school at 15, went straight on the family farm. Just me, my dad and my brother. My nephew joined us later on when he left school for a while, but we used to grow a lot of lettuce and celery. A lot of it went down to London, Covent Garden, Manchester, Liverpool, all over the place. We're farming on the moss land between Warrington and it goes all the way across to Salford. But they're all small family farms on the moss, but they've all gone now. The supermarkets and being in the EU just finished us all off already. So there's no money in it now. So most people just sold the land. I have a small farm, but I rent out the fields to my cousin. He's still doing a bit of farming. And then I rent out the buildings. I got a lady there. She has a lot of animals there. She's got Highland cows, rare breed sheep, 2 emus, and people come and feed the animals. She's also opened a farm shop, so farm's quite busy. And my son has a business up there. He has a sign company. He does shop fronts and vans and trucks.
Go on, give him a plug. What's the name?
I'm Adam Maudsley, Signs Unlimited. Look him up. Look at his website. He's got 3 full-time staff, and my daughter's working there as well now, 2 days a week as a secretary. So it's really good. When I go up there, the farm's it's buzzing really. There's more life going on there than ever before now. So it's good. And the business is doing really well. And then I live with your mother, who I've known for, is it 27 years now?
Something like that. Yeah.
It was
definitely turn of the millennium, wasn't it?
Just before the millennium, wasn't it? I think, yeah. So we're still not married, but never mind.
You can't
rush into these things, can you?
No, you've got to take your time. I was just thinking before how weird it is that we've got to a stage now where you have been in our lives for more than half of my life now. Same with my husband as well. We've been together for 21. I'm going to get this wrong. He's going to tell me off. I'm the one that gets things wrong. But we've been together over 20 years now.
Yeah.
Bit mad.
And I was separated, your mum was separated, and I had 2 children. You got 2 brothers, Sam and Ben. I mean, sometimes that can be awkward, can't it? People don't get on. We've gone on all right, haven't we? We tolerate each other, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think, you did.
You live in Newcastle and we live in Warrington. That's perfect. That we
I
can't
know
get.
it's the perfect balance. Don't see you enough to get annoyed with you.
Oh, that's it. See. Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah. Well, but when you were at university, though, you lived here at one time. You and Simon lived here, and then Ben was here. We had a right house full at one time,
We've
didn't we?
all lived there at some point. We've
I
all
know,
just
yeah,
got
it's a
swap
house.
rooms, haven't we?
I know, but yeah, it's a bit quieter now. Well, it's not quiet. We've got two dogs and a cat, so yeah. So it's still yeah. Jeff, the other dog's coming now. The border collie. She's just coming to see what's happening. So,
Oh
Jeff's
yeah, she'll not be bothered about the camera though, will she?
she, get, right. Yeah. Go on. Carry on.
It's all right.
That it
Right.
now? We're finished. Can I go home now? Can I finish?
No, no, you're not done.
I need my nap. Yeah,
Behave.
I need my afternoon nap. Come on, get a move on. I'm losing the
Okay.
will. I'm losing the will to live here. Come on, hurry up.
Right. Well, if we get on with
No,
the question.
you see, I warned you, didn't I? Well, we get on to the prostate cancer in a bit, but I had chemo yesterday, and the day before, the day of my chemo, and the day after, like today, I have 8 strong steroids a day, so I'm buzzing at the minute. So yeah, I might get a bit.
Got more energy than me.
And
Not
oh,
that that's saying much.
that wears off though, and I have a chemo every 3 weeks, so by Wednesday next week I'll be back to normal.
You'll be tired again.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
let's
fine.
make the most of it and jump into the questions before it wears off.
Right, go on, hurry up.
Right. What's your favorite thing about home?
Home. I was thinking about
Yeah.
that.
It might be something that you think about when you're in the hospital and you're like,
Oh, no, I thought about the thing about last night. The front door, my front door.
yeah,
When we've been out and we come in and I'm walking up to the front door, like I say, we've got 2 dogs and a cat. And pretty much every time I come home, the cat will appear from nowhere. Sometimes it's on the roof of the house and it'll jump down. It comes to meet us. Then we get to the front door, put the key in the door. Then the dogs start barking. And you open the door and they're jumping up and down and barking and so pleased to see you. And I walk through the door and I think, "Ah, peace, we're home. We're
yeah.
home." I just like, yeah, the front door. That's what I think about. Just get,
That's your cue to just relax.
yeah, I just like being at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
Was it
thought,
always there, that porch, or did you add it? Because you did some building work when Mum moved in, didn't you? So,
when your mum moved in, she sold her house and we had an extension put on it, then the porch was put on the front then. Yeah, but the cat's always the first one to greet it. It just, you walk up the drive, not stand there, next minute she jumped from somewhere, I don't know where she comes from, but she's always there.
hmm.
Yeah, she's good. They've got some good animals, they're all
Yeah, they're pretty good, aren't they? Like, I know when is it Cleo you've got now, the cat?
right. Cat, yeah.
Lost count with the cats, but she was a bit nuts, wasn't she, when you first got her? But she seems
Oh,
to
yeah.
have mellowed out now.
And well, from being a kid, she always, if I'm getting dressed, sit on the edge of the bed or she jumps on my shoulder. And then she stays there. She'd wrap around my neck, around the back of my neck, and then come downstairs, feed, and then she'll jump off. But she's always jumping on my shoulder. So like when I wake up in the morning, it's a rush to get my clothes on before she jumps on me. She's like this. She's like that in the bed as well. I look around. I get out of bed and look. No, there's no cap, so we're okay. And I start getting dressed. The next minute, this thing jumps on your back. Bloody hell!
But you've always been a bit of an animal whisperer, because even when Mum's bought, like, she got one dog for herself. She went and bought it on the quiet, didn't tell anybody how much it cost because it was stupid money. And then the dog fell in love with you. She was
Yeah.
absolutely foaming. So that, the animals just gravitate towards you.
And every time I've had a kitten, she always likes sleep the first couple of nights. She sleeps downstairs with it on the settee, to get it settled,
Yeah.
and then it just ignores, ignore it. They just come attracted to me. Yeah.
Oh, you got a feel for them.
I
But
can attract animals, but I could never attract women when I was young. It's weird, that, isn't it? I don't know.
well,
Something.
what you saying? You were waiting for the perfect woman. Let's move on.
Did you say I'm still waiting then?
No, no, you're not waiting. You were waiting.
All right, okay.
Obviously, you've found her and you're deliriously happy now. Right. So, what turned that house into a home then? It's been through a few different phases, like you said. Like we've all moved in and out, and it's
Yeah.
been through a
Just all.
massive
When
rebuild.
when the house was full, at the at the time you think, God, you could do some peace and quiet. Now, when you all left at once.
Yeah.
It was so quiet. Took a while. That took a bit of getting used to. I missed it in the end. Yeah, I do like it. But now I'm older. I mean, I couldn't cope with it now. I'm too old for that now. But it was really good at the time. I enjoyed it. It was nice. Just a house full of people and just as for me, it's like a quiet life. Just quiet.
Yeah.
No, don't want much. Don't ask for much.
The
Yeah.
thing I always associate with that house is dinners around the big table
Oh yeah.
when everyone gets chatty. I mean, there's usually quite a few insults being flown around and
Yeah.
jokes that we probably couldn't tell online, and
It always goes around to toilets.
it always gets back to toilets, yeah. But there's something about the dining room that just sort of brings us all alive a bit.
When I was, when I was my first wife, we never sat at the table. She always wanted to sit by the fire watching TV. I hated that, and the kids were. But when she left, I started. And the kids. I had the children stay with me at least 2 nights a week, and I saw a lot of them. We always sat around the table. The dining room table is much better. Just have a chat, can't you?
Yeah,
And when my mother died quite young, so my dad was on his own for a while. And I used to invite him for his tea on a Saturday, not every week, but every now and again. And I'd always send him at 5 o'clock for his tea. And you can guarantee 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you see his car put on the road. I think, bloody, I'm not starting the tea yet. What are you doing? But he stayed for ages. We'd sit around the table with Sarah and Adam when they were little, still at school, and we'd all chat, and he'd stay for ages. And then when you all come, we sit around the table and have a chat, don't we, and have a laugh.
yeah.
That's what I like.
It doesn't have to be about anything in particular, though, does it? It's just, I mean, to all intents and purposes, it's just noise, really, but
Well, I don't know. It's just nice to have a
it's
just
nice.
chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, like going out to the pub for a drink or going out to. I don't even like parties. Just rather stay at home. Like a nice quiet life. That's all.
So you think that's because you're now in your 70s?
I was always no.
I'm in my 40s and I'm like that.
I've always been like that. I was never keen on going out really. Not really.
No.
No. And when I was young as well, I always used to like older company. When we were still at school, and we have a lot of uncles and aunties, and we always used to in them days they'd either be coming to our house every weekend. We'd be going somewhere, and I had loads of cousins, but they always put all the kids in one room and all the adults in the. And I preferred to be in with the adults, listening to their stories. You get about half a dozen
Yeah.
adults talking, and they'd always talk about the war as well. And I think that's what's got me interested in the military history side. It was just listening to all the stories of what they did in the war, and that it was. Yeah, I'd much rather. I've always been like that. Yeah. No,
Do you,
I'm
th
a bit
do you
weird.
think that's what it is that you like about the military stuff, or the like the personal story side of it, rather than
Oh yeah, I
not
certainly.
necessarily the history, but
No, well, I like the history as well, but it's those personal stories. I collect, the helmets and equipment and that, but I like listening to the story, personal stories. I watch a lot of YouTube videos of there's one on YouTube. It's called what's it called? The Medal of Honor book. It's about the American Medal of Honor. That's like their Victoria Cross, and they have interviews with these veterans and telling the stories of what they did. Some from the Second World War, they'll probably be all dead now, and then some from Vietnam and Korea. But the stories are something. It's incredible what people go through, and the things
yeah.
that that's what I like. I find interesting. Yeah,
It's how people survive those things, isn't it? And how they come out the other side as well that I always find fascinating. It's the
yeah.
resilience and you know, we can sit and moan about our lives and they're just, I mean, not necessarily in your case at the minute, but they're just little problems that we face
Oh,
most of the time. And
when when you
people
hear
like that just,
what they went through, and you think what's that? When you moan about, think what you're moaning at. And I
yeah,
have a book as well. It's called if it's sad reading. It's called If You're Reading This, I'm Already Dead, and it's extracts. It's letters that soldiers have written. When they're going into battle, and they write a letter to the family, and it's usually the last letter, and somebody's collected all these letters together, and it's and it's telling them how they're feeling on that last month or that last day of their life. It's very sad, very very
yeah.
sad. It's called If You're Reading This, I'm Already Dead. It's war's crazy. Sometimes I wonder why I collect all this stuff because it's horrible.
Yeah. I mean, we have taken the mickey out of you quite a lot over the years about,
I
how
know,
depressing it is, but
I
we
just,
get it as well. We understand that it's a passion.
yeah, it's like, well, you hear the stories, and then if you can actually own the items that have been there, that's what
Mm.
I fascinates me. Like, it's an original item. You read about it and you see documentaries, and then you can actually own a piece of that history.
Yeah.
Touch it, I know, and that's what gets me. And
It's imbued with the memories, isn't it? It's like an old piece of furniture. Like, it's the fact that it's got bumps and tears and all of that. That's part of
yeah,
the story behind it, isn't it?
and my grandma on my dad's side, her brother was killed in the First World War. That's my great uncle. And I've been to see his grave. He's buried in Belgium, and he had a son, but his son never married. And he had these a little metal mess tin that his father carried in France and Belgium. He was there for 2 years. He went over in 1916. He was killed in 1918. So he's got this metal mess tin, a tin with a lid on. He had all his food, and inside was his cloth cap badge, his identity discs, all little bits and pieces of information, and a last letter written home. He must have written this letter, and it never got sent, and that was sent back to his wife, and now I've got that now. That's I've got photographs of him in his uniform, and I've been to see his grave in Belgium, and I've did a bit of history on him to find out, what he did and where he'd been. And that's kind of thing, like he carried that, all those little items, he carried those in the
Yeah.
trenches. He was had them on his possession when he was killed. He was shot by a sniper in April 1918 after
Wow.
after a big battle.
And
That's
does having those items make you feel like you know him a little bit,
yeah,
even though you
yeah,
didn't meet him?
yeah. And there's a notebook as well of handwritten notes, of how much he got paid. He had a list of his when he got his wages. It was only like a few shillings a day or something.
Yeah.
And then he'd written a couple of little poems in there as well, all handwritten in pencil. Yeah, so it's
Hmm.
to think that he actually, he's touched them in his own, and I've got them now. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fascinating. That fascinating. That's what
It
gets me.
is.
Yeah,
That's lovely.
that's the main thing. But I'm collecting the helmets and that. That's just like I don't know. It's a buy thing, mate. But it's the stories that really fascinate me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you have a favorite piece of art or an accessory or even one of your collectibles that you've got at home? I know a lot of your collectibles are in like special storage, aren't they? But
Yeah, my dad was a farmer, so during the Second World War, he was what they call reserved occupation. He wasn't allowed to go overseas, so he's in the Home Guard. And I've still got his little side cap and his battle dress jacket and his gas mask. So that's special to me. And these items of my great uncle as well, really. Because when we were kids, me and my brother used to play, dressed up in my dad's Home Guard jacket and his hat on, and we play
yeah,
soldiers. I've still got those. Mm. But art, I don't know. Well,
you've got that nice big drawing of your dad, haven't you?
yeah, that was from my friend Phil Mills. He was an art teacher. That's good because it does remind me of my dad. He was sat in the chair in his living room, and it does remind me of him. It is good. It's a charcoal drawing, into it? Yeah.
Yeah, I
That-
never met your dad, but I can tell from that picture that he's your dad. There's
the older I get, the more I look like him. Really. Yeah. And that last one I bought from you as well,
oh,
tree.
the oak one.
That's good. I haven't got it framed yet, but I do like that. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Have you
We'll
done any
sort of a frame. We'll get
work?
it sorted.
Have you done much work lately?
Much work, yeah. I've been completely rebranding.
Oh,
So that's taken a lot of energy, but the whole idea behind the rebrand was because I wanted to tinker with some um different media that's outside of printmaking. So I'll still do some printmaking, but I've stuck loads of bits of paper together all over the studio and got the paints out and wire and oil pastels and things, and I'm just doing like loads of big experiments basically at the moment and just seeing what comes out. But yeah, some days it's lots, other days I just stare at it. It's, but that's what it is being an artist. I guess you can't force it to come out. You can give yourself the opportunity to create, but it works when it works, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, right. Yeah.
So, what's your favorite room at home? Is it one at home or is it
I have two.
elsewhere?
So
This is why I said, is it somewhere else?
we don't live at we don't live at the farm. I have a little wooden shed up there, my GHQ, and I've got a comfy chair in there, microwave, kettle. And I just go up there. I've not been up since I've been having this chemo. I've not been up there much at the moment, and I wasn't driving for a while. I couldn't drive. That was another problem. That was something else. But yeah. So when I go up there, I take the dog up there. We have a walk around the fields, and then we've got two double doors on this wooden shed. It opens out. It looks out on the fields, and these Highland cows come by. And sometimes the emus get out and they walk past, or they poke their head in. And Joanne's got loads of feral cats, so you sit there, and there's cats everywhere. And it's just lovely. But my favourite room at home is the conservatory. That's where I'm sat now.
Yeah.
I could live in. I could live in this room all the time.
What is it about that room that you like then?
It's just you can look out in the garden. You see outside. It's bright. You can look out in the garden, watch the birds. In the summertime, you have the doors open. It's just like being outside. I just love it. And we haven't had much use to it. The conservatives can be conservatives. The conservatory, it's got a plastic perspex roof, so it's freezing cold in the winter and boiling at the sun. Well, for years I've been threatening to insulate the roof, and how long ago was it now? 2 months ago, when they said I was going to start chemotherapy, I thought, well, I'm going to spend a lot of time in here, so I thought, right, I must get this insulated roof done before I start. And I went online and get these companies in to do it. These fucking mega money. So I decided to do it myself. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, what it is, I've left the Perspex roof on, and then I've got this 25 mil insulation panels, and it's hard white plastic on either side and a compressed. So you cut it to shape and just put it in between the beams of the existing roof, and then you have I bought these flat plastic strips of plastic, same colour as the conservatory. It's light up, and then screw them across the joints. It just holds it in place. It's dead easy.
I didn't know you'd done it yourself.
Yeah, well, I had help from family and friends. Sarah
Yeah.
Kelly and Josh and Jordan's helped me, and the two friends I know, Richard and Ken. I could the panels come, they're 10 foot by 5 foot. They come in a big sheet, and you have to cut them up to size with an angle grinder. So I had all the pieces cut, measure them, cut them, and so they just helped me, get somebody to hold the panels in place while we screwed them in together. But it's made some massive difference. It warms up really quick now, and in the summer it'll be nice and cool. So yeah, I wanted to get that done before I started my chemos, because I do spend a lot of time in here. This is my favourite room, definitely. Oh,
The dogs like being in that room as well, don't they?
yeah, well, they're in and
Probably
out.
because you're in there.
Yeah, if I come and sit in here, Mabel, the little one's always on my lap. Always, yeah. Follows me about. Never mind.
Right.
I've got this-
Francis of Assisi. So where's your happy place then? Is it one of those rooms or is there somewhere that you like to visit where you sort of like go into chill out mode?
yeah, I can say I have my collection. It's in storage. It's in like in a container. Just going up there and just having a rummage. I have got quite a lot of boxes full of stuff. Like, uh, yeah, I like going. I've been up there this morning. That's why I'm a bit late back. I lost track of time. I just love being up there in my little container. I don't dress up in them. I just like looking at them and handling it and thinking, where's this been? What's
Yeah.
it done? What's it seen? That's what I like. That make the uniform collection. I have a lot of
Oh,
stuff.
was this when it got published?
Well, it's not published. It's one of those online photos. Sarah did it for me. But this is the I have. Well, let's find something interesting. I have. It's a full uniform, and I've put it all together on a mannequin and photograph
Yeah.
and put it up. But I've got 70 uniforms. That's a RAF
Yeah.
pilot.
I didn't realise you had that many.
Oh yeah, but I collect full uniforms from top, hats to boots, everything, all the bit. That's what's fine. That's what's exciting. It gives you pleasure about the collection. going round, maybe a little leather pouch short and just finding one. Go out to
Yeah.
these area fairs and antique shops and on eBay as well. I have a lot of parcels delivered from eBay. Your mum's always moaning at me.
I know she was telling me about your latest project.
Oh yeah, I'm getting a bigger van. I'm getting a camper van. Well, I'm going to. I have a little one already. My little Volkswagen Transport. I have got a little bench that turns into a bed and a little cupboard there. But I'm getting a bigger van. Not
Yeah.
massive. Just I'm going to get what do you call it? A Renault Traffic.
Yeah.
Nothing too big, and have it. It's just. I'll just. We need a. I'm going to make it so we can both sleep in it, or if you want to go out for the day, I've already got like a little camping stove,
Yeah.
loads of bits and pieces, and so if I want to go out for the day, we can just park up, make yourself a brew, and I've got a little compressor fridge. I bought loads of things ready.
She said you got everything but the van.
Yeah, oh yeah, I've got all the bits for inside. I haven't got the van yet. I've seen a nice one, just what I want, and the right price, but it's in Doncaster. It's like an hour and a half drive away. So I'm hoping to go and have a look at it next week if I'm up to it.
Yeah.
I've got the money ready, and it's just what I want. So yeah, I'm hoping to go next week and have a look at it. So you never know.
It's nice hearing you talk about stuff like this because it wasn't that long ago that, you know, inevitably with things like this, when you're long term ill, your mood, your emotions, it's bound to fluctuate.
Yeah,
And there have been times when you've not had the energy or the desire to talk about the future because
don't see any.
you couldn't imagine it. So
Like,
actually, now that you are feeling like there is light at the end of the tunnel
I'm in a happy
and
place.
starting to make plans.
You do when when you start your treatment, you put your life on hold. You think you don't look at any, you don't look to the future. You just think you just wait. You just waiting for your next appointment, and yeah, you don't look to the future. You don't. And I've had it before, haven't I? I mean, I had prostate cancer. It must be 10 years ago now when I first had it. And
Yeah.
radiotherapy then, and then I had about 4 or 5 years really good. I felt good. And then about 2 years ago, didn't feel very well. It's come back again. So and now I'm on chemotherapy now. But so yeah, when it happened again this second time, I just couldn't see any future to it at all. And then I had another problem. I had quite a large stone, calcified stone in my bladder, and that was causing loads of bleeding. And I passed a lot of blood. Then it turned into clots. Then my bladder would get blocked and ended up in hospital. So they flushed it out and cleaned that out. But that was in 12 days in the summer, and that was a nightmare. Yeah, but when you're lying there, you just can't see any future. But that stone's been removed now. It turned out to be a calcified tumour in the end. There's a tumour inside it, but that's gone. I had that taken on the 23rd of December this year. I got home at 6 o'clock Christmas Eve.
I know we thought you
I
were going
thought
to
hey,
be
I'm
in
going
that.
to be I'm going to be in Chris. I'm going to have my Christmas dinner in hospital, but the staff say, oh no, well, they try and get everybody out for Christmas. They don't want people in Christmas. But it's about 6 o'clock Christmas Eve when I got home. But I had the result. I saw the surgeon who took that about 2 weeks later, and he said it was a tumour, but that's gone, and there's nothing else in it. So my bladder's clear. There's no cancer in my bladder. And then when I was in hospital in the summer, when I had this blockage in the bleeding on my bladder, the bladder was enlarged and it was putting pressure on my right kidney, and then my prostate was enlarged, so that was putting pressure on my right kidney. So that was low functioning in that. So while I was in there, I had a nephrostomy drain put in my right kidney to a leg bag. That's still in, but that might be coming out. I've saw the guy put that in. When I have a CT scan on Monday to see how the cancer's going. And on the 13th, I see the cancer doctor, and if it's clearing up, I might stop. I might be finished with the chemo. If it's not cleared up, I might have to have another 4 doses of chemo. But the urologist who works on the bladder, he said he's going to look at the scan as well. And if things have improved, they might take this nephrostomy drain out. So by February, the drain might be gone, my leg bag might be gone, and I might know my chemo. So I've got something to look forward to now. But
Be
up to now,
skipping down the driveway to your brand new van and off on your adventures.
yeah, but yeah, when it first started, I couldn't see any future at all. I didn't even think about it. It's no point. But now, yeah, I feel all right now.
Yeah.
4 or 5 more good years, I'll be all right. I'll be 80 then anyway, so it won't bloody matter, will it? Okay. Yeah. Well,
Let's not put a time limit on it. Just
what
go with it.
talking about when I had the prostate cancer the first time. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, well, that was lucky. I was lucky there because I just went to the toilet one day for a wee, and when I looked at the bowl, it's full of blood. I thought, bloody hell, that's not right. So the next day, I phoned my GP. I phoned him in the morning, and you won't believe this. I got an appointment the same day in the afternoon.
It's unheard of.
No, it's about 10 years ago.
But
And
there's certain things that trigger an immediate.
he said, yeah, it sounds a bit like prostate cancer. So I was sent for some scans, and then saw the urology, not urology, oncology. That's that oncology.
Yeah,
And yeah, so that was cancer. I was going to have a radiotherapy, but I had about 8 months first with hormone tablets to try and that just when you have a blood test and this thing called a PSA level that that's the he called that's called it's prostate specific antigens or something. The PSA stands for, and anything over 5, well, anything under 5 on the score is normal, but mine was 26, and that's
oh,
not high really. I know people is behind that, but I went on these hormone tablets about 8 months, and then when I had another blood test, it'd gone down to 9. The hormone tablets they just stop you producing testosterone. That's what the prostate cancer cells live on. They live on your testosterone. So if you can reduce that, you've got nothing to feed on.
yeah.
I started radiotherapy. That was going to be 6.5 weeks. It was every Monday to Friday for 6.5 weeks in a row. Well, that sounded a bit daunting at the time, but it did soon pass. But
I remember that being the thing that Mum was most emotional about because she'd been for her radiotherapy when she had her cancer in her neck. We've been through it a bit, haven't we?
yeah,
And she just had these terrifying memories of having the metal mask over her head and going in. And I know it's a little bit different for prostate cancer, but it was kind of a
it,
trauma.
it knocks you out. It makes you really tired as well.
Yeah.
And your mum was laid on the settee of the blanket around for days, weeks, really. Couldn't do anything. But well, when you went to Clatterbridge first, and then they had these scans, and they pinpoint where the cans like the radiotherapy pinpoints. It doesn't do all through your body. It just targets the prostate, where the cancer is. When
Yeah.
you have a CT scan while you're in there, they put markers on your body, like tattoos, just tattoo dots, one on either hip, and then one in the bottom of your stomach. Now, when you go for your radiotherapy, you lie on this bench, and they line you up with lasers to these things, and then this machine is like a donut. It just goes over your ones, then goes back again. The first time I went, there was these 3 nurses, and they said, "Just lie down there." And he said, like that. They lined us right, like, "Don't move," and they all ran off like that. And I was lying there, and he said, "Don't move." So when they ran off, I think, "What's going to happen here?" I thought something was going to, I don't know what's going to happen, and I didn't know what was going to happen. Then this machine started, "Oh my God, what's going to happen here?" And it just went over like that, clicked and went back. That was that. But the first couple of weeks was all right. I was still working at the time. I used to work, and the appointments were 4 o'clock every afternoon. So I used to go to work in the morning at the farm, do a few jobs, also digging trenches and all sorts. Go home for lunch, have a couple of hours of rest, then go and do my chemo. Well, after about it was like I say, it was 6.5 weeks. On the third week, I went, and the nurse always, when you go, they always say, "How are you feeling?" And on the third, I said, "I'm getting a bit tired now, to be honest." And she said, "Oh, that's nothing. Wait till you finish your treatment." I thought,
Oh,
Jimmy.
thanks, love.
God, she was right, flipping neck at the end. Oh,
Yeah.
dear. And then, because it's around your bladder, my bladder and my bowels were so out of sorts, flipping it. They gave me they gave me a card, a little bank card thing. I think it was if ever you're out and you desperately need the toilet, you could go into like people's offices and works and just ask to use the toilet because then you treat me. Because when you got the urge to go, you had to go. You couldn't hold it.
Mm.
I remember one time And about halfway through, I always went to the toilet before we went, and we used to go to Aintree Hospital. It's about 20 minutes away from where we are. And I went to the toilet, and we're going down the motorway, and I said, "You have to stop. I need a wee." And there was a bridge over the motorway. We stopped by on the hard shoulder, and I went behind the bridge support and had a wee to get there. Another time, we're coming back, and we passed this motorway service on the way. And I thought, I'm going to get away again. And I could see the service in the distance. Maybe I'll make it. We got closer and closer. I thought, no, I'm not going to make it. And we pulled up again on the hard shoulder and had to get out the car and have a wee at the side of the road. And then when I did finish the last day, for about 4 days, I didn't sleep. I went to the toilet for a wee, or I felt like I wanted it about every 10 or 15 minutes, day and night for 3 days. I'd go to bed and need a wee, and he goes to the toilet, a little jib will come out. And I go back to bed, and the minute you sat down, lay down, I think, I need to go again in a minute. And I'd stay there about 10 or 15 minutes and up and down. When I was younger, all my life, I've been frightened of dying, terrified of dying. You're thinking, but after about 4 days of that, I was lying in bed one night, so tired and so, and I thought, if I die now, it'd be a relief. I didn't care. And since then, I've never bothered. I've not been as frightened of dying since then. When you have a serious illness, you do change the way you look at life and things. You do, it does. It does change.
I do feel like it's made you quite philosophical.
Oh yeah.
Like when you bought the oak print from me and you were talking about what it was about that particular one, and you were talking about, the strength and the sturdiness and the
you've been talking about, was it we were talking, I think I was watching one of things you were talking to somebody about that, and it was about something small and it grows in and it gives strength. I forget what it was, but that it just reminded me that was just what it was. Yeah. And I remember when I first had come to the first time around, I was walking the dog around where we live here, and there was a tree. I passed that tree about 100 times and never noticed it. And then one day, the dog stopped to have a sniff about and have a wee. And I just looked at this tree and I looked at the trunk and I just looking up at the tree. I thought, wow, I'd never noticed it before how a wonderful thing a tree is.
Yeah.
And I'd never noticed it before. I passed it 100 times. But no, this is Jessie. Hello, mate.
Hi, Jessie. You've ignored her for too long, you see. She wants some love.
Your claws are a bit sharp, but just be careful. All right. You can't want to. You it for a walk? Yeah, that's it.
That's what she's coming for. Well, we're not far off done, and then she can have her way.
Right, yeah, and then
there's something fascinating about trees, though, isn't there? Like, I've been really enjoying going for little walks in the park near us, and there's quite a lot of trees that are, they've dropped their leaves and everything, and they're sort of in this hibernation phase, but there's still loads of ivy and stuff growing around them, and I just find it fascinating that although they're sleeping, they're still supporting other living things.
And there'll be loads of creatures in there, bugs and stuff, living in the tree. Yeah.
But again, it's the story, isn't it? That each tree has got its own story. It's bent towards the light in different ways, and the bark's got, nicks and bumps and knots.
Yeah. I don't go hugging trees. I'm not that bad yet. But I do like.
Give it time.
But the bark on different like oak trees that's all like gnarly, and then you got the smooth as a silver birch tree. Oh,
yeah.
I must admit, I've not hugged a silver birch, but we've got lots of silver birch in the woods at the farm. And when you touch the bark, it's so smooth. I'm not hugging it.
Go for it. I'm told it's a good experience. I haven't done it myself.
I think it's silver birch trees. Is it in the spring? Have you ever heard of birch water?
No.
Drill a hole. It's in the spring when it's the sap's coming when it's coming back to life. There's a lot of sap comes up from the ground.
Yeah.
They drill a hole in the bark in the trunk, and they put this little like a tube in it, and it drips, and the sap drips out slowly, and you catch it in a little container, and it's supposed to be really good for you. It's called birch water. and it looks like just clear water, but it's supposed to be full of all sorts of nutrients because it's the in the spring when the trees drying up all the minerals from the soil.
Yeah.
I need to try that, but I always forget. I always remember about June when it's too late. 'Cause I think it's actually any time now. I think it's February and March.
Well, there you go. I mean, you might get some funny looks going for a walk with a drill.
It's another thing that's on my list to get that done. I'll get
Well, put it in your reminders.
on my phone.
Yeah.
Look, I can send texts and I can do. That'll do. That's about it. Hey, but I have a 11-year-old grandson. If ever I want any, anything doing them with my phone, then
Yeah.
well, like he put that on for me. That's the three. Well, I've got 4 grandsons, and that's him there. He's the one. When is it?
Yeah.
Jordan.
Jordan.
Yeah, he's 11. He's going to high school this time. Well, last year. Yeah, he does it all for me. He put that photograph on me. And it's like, he said, I don't know what was on before. He said, "Do you want some pictures on your wallpaper?" I said, "Yeah, go on." And he chose it. He said, "Do you want it blowing up a bit and put into cutting out?" What would you do without him, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, that song I was saying,
Yeah.
first time round when I had the radiotherapy, your mum was I'll tell you what, I don't like modern Vic cars. They don't have a CD player in. Can't be my old band's got CD player. I don't know how I'm gonna cope with that. But your mum has, these download your favourite songs or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Coming back one day, and this song came on. It's called Wonderful Grace, and it's if you want anybody listening, go on YouTube. It's called Wonderful Grace, and it's by Lou Fellingham and Stuart Townsend. There's other people done a version, but theirs is by far the best, and it's something about the words that got me, and that's just it brings tears to my eyes every time I play it. It's about well, you'd have to listen to it. It is good.
I'll put the link in the show notes and then people can just click through to it because it
It's,
is
it's
I had a
about,
listen. It's beautiful.
I've told so I want this playing at my funeral. Not yet. I mean,
Yeah, don't play it, don't plan it too well.
it's,
The adverts all tell you to talk about it, don't they?
people sit here and might think he's a bit religious, but I'm not a religious person. I believe this. Your mum's a bit. She's not. She says she's not religious, but she has a faith. She has a.
Yeah.
So it's the faith. She's not religious. She has a faith, and I'm so. I don't believe in all the stories of the Bible. I believe there's something, but I don't know what it is. That's an agnostic into it. I think. There's something out there, but I don't know what it is. But this song, it gets me every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you're early, some things like that, they just speak to you, don't they?
Yeah. I think whatever mood you're in, music's really powerful, isn't it? It can pull you out of a bad mood. It
Yeah.
can it can completely change your perspective on a situation. Or it can allow you to sort of just let the emotions out sometimes because we're not always very good at that. And
Mm,
music has the power
mm. Yeah. And
to move that.
thinking about when I had prostate cancer the first time, I was never depressed about it. I never thought, why me? When you go to to these hospitals and the cancer, and there's so many with it. It's unbelievable. I think it's 1 in 2 people now will get it in their lifetime. It used to be
Yeah.
1 in 2 now. It's just ridiculous.
There's a very good survival rate though, isn't there, with prostate cancer?
Well, with all of them really, yeah. But I was a bit worried. Another thing as well. I don't know if everybody's the same, but when I had the cancer the first time, when you finish your treatment, you say, "Oh, off you go now." They never said it had gone. They just said it had finished my treatment. But you're always thinking, is it going to come back? I was, anyway. I was always thinking that, has it gone? Is it gone? And it did come back. And that was a bit worrying when it comes back. And they told me this time, I said, it's not curable, but they're going to, reduce the cancer and then just control it. And then you might live, usually live quite a long life as long as they can. But they said they can't cure it. A bit worried, but I've never been worried about it. I only broke down once recently when I had it the second time. Because they started me on hormone tablets first. I was on them for about 3 months. And then they had a scan. Oh, my dog's back again. Mabel's back now. And I went to see the oncologist and he said hormone treatment's not working. And so I have to start chemo. And then after that, they have a designated nurse who, if I have any problems, she took me into a room just to tell me what was going to happen with the chemo. And I burst into tears because I thought it was just like such a shock when they said, no, I've been on these hormone tablets for months and this thing wasn't working. I've got to start chemo. And she did suggest to go have some, go to see my doctor and have some antidepressants, which I did. But after I had the cry, I felt all right. I think it was all building up and it all came out. And I've been fine since. I didn't take the antidepressants in the end. I went to the doctor and they gave me some, but I just thought I didn't need them. I'm not needing them. So I was only broke down the once, really, but that was just had some bad news, and it was like,
Well,
yeah,
if you can cry about anything.
I've never been depressed about it. Anyway, really, all the time I've had it, really. I've always just thought, if I get, I'll get better. If I'm going to get better, I will. If I won't, that's it, really. Not much you can do about it. Just take the treatment. And
Yeah.
so fantastic treatment with cancer the cancer nurses and doctors, they're amazing. Absolutely amazing. And even the Orne Hospital, when I was in the summer with that bleeding in my bladder, in for 12 days in Warrington Hospital, and people moan about Warrington Hospital, it's rubbish and crap, but it wasn't. I thought the staff there, they don't get paid enough. Just on even on the ordinary wards, they don't get paid enough for what they do. And some of the patients are bloody horrible. Yeah, but the last 12 months, it's just been in and out of hospitals and clinic appointments and scans but yeah, hopefully.
Well, it's looking up, isn't it? It's looking like it's all been worth it.
13th of Feb, I'll get the results of this scan and I might get this drain out of my kidney, my leg bag gone, the stone in my bladder's gone. I won't have any more bleeds from there, no more trips in hospital. But just the cancer to worry about then. Sorted out.
Oh, it's nothing, is it?
Yeah, so if anybody's listening, especially with prostate cancer, I don't know. You just have to go through it and your life does change. It's only a short time, isn't it? And
Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, yeah. But you're getting through it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm getting, yeah. Well, you do, you just.
You have to, I guess.
You can't book a holiday and go anywhere because there'll be an appointment. That's the thing. You're just stuck now. That's why I want the camper van. So when I'm better, we just go off. And I could have got 2 dogs. It's difficult. We can't leave them. So we'll just take them with us, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just go off. Go out for the day anyway. Go off for the day and, like I say, pull up somewhere, make your own, have a brew whenever you want, get something to eat. I've got my fridge in there. Well, I've got a fridge. I've got no van yet. Like I said, I've got all the bits. I've got no van.
Minor issue. So is that van going to be like your dream home away from home, do you think?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to do all the work myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've been doing plans of the interior, what it's going to look like, where the bed's going, where the kitchen, like, I'm going to have a little cupboard with a little sink on it, and I've got it all planned out. It's all written. It's all drawings. It's all done. It's all in my head. Yeah, like I say,
I'm excited to see it come together.
So am I. Hopefully it works out all right.
All right, Will.
Yeah.
Are you ready for some daft, frivolous questions to finish us off?
Yeah.
We're going to finish with some quick fire questions. So you get a choice of 2 things. So just whatever your instinct is, go with that. Okay. Classic or modern?
Classic.
Yeah. Maximalist or minimalist?
Minimalist.
Country or city?
What do you think?
I'm definitely country. You're a farm boy.
Yeah, city's not my thing.
This one's really daft. Swimming pool or games room?
I saw that, neither, because I don't like getting wet and I don't like playing games, so neither.
We'll swap it for a military, a museum in your house.
Or sesame reclining chair, which is over there with a biscuit or a cake. With my feet up, looking out the conservatory door. That'll do. But yeah. I never did like going to the swimming and the baths.
Fair enough. Chef or cleaner?
What do I like best, or what?
Which would you have?
Which am I?
No, not which you are. No.
I'd rather be a chef than a cleaner. I had Bill, before I met your mum, when I first met you, I used to do a bit of cooking, but no, your mum does it all the time.
She won't let you near the cooker now.
She's good at it. She is good at it. She makes
She
them.
is good. She does a
That's the
banging
thing about,
lasagna.
the happy coming home. You got all
Mm.
the else to come on to, and then Sue's always got a nice meal at tea. We know we have a big meal at night time. We don't have much, just have snacks in the day and have a nice cooked meal at night.
Yeah.
Sometimes I take a ready meals, but yeah, she's a good cook. Well, it's like at Christmas time, don't you? When
Yeah.
it's dinner, my God, well, we counted up one time how many veg we had with this roast potatoes. About 7 or 8 ones, all different.
That wasn't even Christmas. That was just on a Sunday. But
There's
that
roast.
was when you had the farm shop and she used to
Oh yeah.
just go and pick up everything that was
One Christmas
on
we
its
had
way out.
roast potatoes, parsnips, carrots. Would you have green cauliflower, white cauliflower? What else was
And probably had the purple sprouting broccoli as well.
and there's something? And I'd grown it all.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was
yeah,
fab.
yeah. When she does a roast dinner, like there's always like 5 or
Yeah,
6 veg and roast potato when you watch the puddings as well. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That's another thing
You've
about being home. Just not being home. Yeah.
yeah. Right. And the last one, I don't know why I'm asking you this one because you're not at all bothered about like interior design or anything, but following trends or following instincts, just
Oh,
in
oh,
life.
no, I do not follow trends. I don't know. Instinct, yeah. Just go
Yeah.
out. It's like the clothes I wear. I don't follow any fashions. And your mother always says that when I go out, they're just a cleaner version of my work clothes. I have 2 sets of clothes. I always have this, they look the same. They're for going out, they're for work.
Right. Well, thank you for coming on and chatting to me.
Thank you so much for listening to this special Podcasthon episode. If you'd like to donate to Prostate Cancer UK or find out how they support people, then click the link in the show notes. 10% of my sales are also donated to them. You can also find more information about my guest and about me.